Hey guys, so I just wanted to say thank you for those of you that have watched me and supported through my build. I want to thank you so much for the kind words, and I'm new to this. I've never really made a wooden ship model before, and the instructions were just a little bit off, or hard for me to understand anyway. They weren't exactly straightforward. But my friends, here is the finished product. I hope it's respectable. I think it came out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching another build. Okay, so I'd like to introduce you to my finished product. This is the HALKO, and this is the model kit ship that I had originally seen, and I was like, you know, this would be a good thing to try to learn because I'm really new to the whole wooden model ship scene. But what's nice about this is when I had seen it, well, first of all, the price, it was like, with tax and shipping, I think it was like $16. So I figured, well, what do I got to lose? Best case scenario, it comes out looking respectable. Worst case scenario, I'm out $16. So I want to show you and talk about some of the things that I did. So I figured if it came out like really horrible, then I'd only be out $16. And I wanted to learn on this because I actually got the Oakley, the Flying Dutchman, and that was an expensive kit. And I'm going to be starting that soon because I want to be able to get it done for Halloween. And right now it's June, and it's already we're already just about mid-June. So what I want to do is I had wanted to practice or try to, you know, educate myself on these type of models. Currently I'm working on the HMS Victory, and I just got done putting in all the keel, the bulkheads. We lit it, and we're working on the decks. That's actually what we're doing now. We're putting on the decks, and then we'll start putting the sides on and planking. I want to get a little more done on that ship as well before I start doing the Flying Dutchman. But getting back to this ship, again, I have no experience in model shipbuilding, and quite frankly, I think it shows. You can see I have no clue what I'm doing. They show an illustration in the listing of a ship that's finished, and it looks fantastic. It looks magnificent. It has more sails than what the kit actually comes with. It has more little items that is shown that the kit does not come with. Right off the bat, they have a little dinghy hanging off in the listing, and we don't get that. So a couple of things that I had done to this ship. I did a little bit of modifications. Let's see, we'll start with the stern. Because the way the ship was in the listing, you know, kind of those like Chinese ships that just don't seem very North Atlantic worthy, let's put it that way. So there was nothing but one piece, and then there was a couple of planks that would go across to close it in. And I figured, well, I don't know, I just wanted to make mine a little more sturdy, so I actually built out, I'm gonna be careful with there, and I actually built out the stern. So I made it a little more meaty, and I do have to fix the name. Her name is the Amy, and that just came out terrible. But anyway, I want to show you guys the stern, and I actually had to build that out because there are some people that asked me which kit that I had gotten to get that, but this was actually custom. I built it out myself, so the kit was not like that. Same thing with some of the things on the deck. Or before we get to that, some of the things on the railings. I actually wanted to tie some of the rigging. So what I did was I actually used a toothpick, and we brought the rigging down to the sides, like for the rat lines and stuff. And I know historically it would have been on the side, but I was just learning, and I was just getting into this. Like I said, there's so many mistakes on this. Another thing that I had done was I had done the boat deck a little bit different in some of the deck structures. Coming down to the front, you can see where the bowsprit is anchored into place, and we have the anchor. And I had made it a little more, just a little bit more solid looking. Again, I'm from New England, and the ships that we have here are built for crossing the North Atlantic. So the North Atlantic can be a pretty brutal place. So that's why I've always known ships to be very, very meaty and very able to take weathering and a beating. So that's why when this one is a little lacking in the weight department, I figured I'd make it built out just a little bit. And I used the stains that I used the Colonial Maple stain for the deck. And then I used the espresso stain for the rest of the ship. And I think it came out pretty nice with the hull. And I painted the side white, the white stripe. But everything else is in the espresso. And that's the Minwax wood stain. And once I got everything in, what I decided to do was, they have a piece of cloth that you're supposed to be able to make the sails out of. So what I did was, I ended up getting, let's see, I think it was tea that I used. Really, really strong tea, and I let the cloth, so actually I cut the sails out first, that's right. I did the patterns, I cut them out, and then I soaked them in tea for 2 days. They did come out weathered a little bit. I'm wondering if next time I'll use coffee. I think that'll make it a little darker. But once I got all the sails done, I had to fold in the sides and then stitch them. Again, I'm not used to doing this. So keep in mind, guys, when you're looking at this, you know, while you're laughing, I'm not used to doing this. So I ended up folding them in and then sewing them. And once I sewed them, I was ready to put them onto the masts. So you could see the one in the back. I did some of the rigging through the sail onto the masts on the bottom. Same thing with the top. And going all the way up to the top. I hope the camera, yeah, there you go. You can see the rigging. I also did the rat lines, and again, I was new to all this, so I'm not used to doing this. So this is my finished product. We have the rat lines, we've got the sails, the bowsprit. Again, there were things with the kit that weren't included, at least not the one that I got. That was shown in the listing. But my friends, I just wanted to close out this little build series, and all in all, for not knowing what I'm doing, I think it came out pretty respectable. So this should be an inspiration to you guys, because if you're wondering about getting that kit, and it's $14, and if you're wondering what it'll look like with someone with absolutely no experience, well, you can just look at mine. Because it could be worse, I think. Could be a lot better, but it could be worse. So I thank you so much, guys, for all the kind words and support you gave me in this build. And I had just wanted to do a conclusion video. So my friends, until the next video that I do on the HMS Victory and the Okri, I'll talk to you guys soon.